everybody, I'm Magical Jill, and today I'm going to be reviewing the brand new Haunt Couture Lagoona Blue. I'm really excited about this because mine came in the mail a little bit, probably about a week ago, and I wasn't able to do it because I was still recovering from my stupid wisdom teeth surgery, but we're here now and I'm finally able to talk about her, and I'm really excited because I think the box is super awesome. It's like this jade-ish, greenish blue color, and it's got sea-themed things, like there's a seahorse, and there's a seashell, and some coral, and little scales on the hearts, and it's really cool. I really like it a lot, and it's very shiny. I display all of these coffins behind my dolls, so I think it'll look really cool on my shelf. So she always comes with this thing that's a certificate of authenticity, and it always has a little bit of something that, like, the girls supposedly wrote on it. And so I was going to read it. Hey mate, where you been hiding? Feels like I've caught so many waves without you. We definitely have some catching up to do. I'm still fanging 10 with my best ghoul friends and searching for the absolute perfect wave. Speaking of perfect, did you check out this fantastic outfit? Normally I dress in baggies, tanks, and floppies, but I have to admit it's fun to dress up sometimes. I love my mermaid style dress paired with this monsterific moto jacket. And let's dive into these sea-themed accessories, including my octopus necklace and shoes, and this super cute aquarium purse with a sweet little lionfish chilling out. Don't be a stranger, ghoul. This beach is just no fun without you. Lagoona Blue. I think that's sweet. I always like what they have to say. I always love that they come with these authenticity things, but sadly, every time I get a Haunt Couture doll, they always have the box closed really tightly, and it's kind of like vacuum sealed in a way, so when you try to pull it off, it doesn't really, and you kind of have to wiggle it around, and it's really easy to damage the box. And sometimes, if you're unlucky, like I was this time, your certificate of authenticity can be crushed in the sides of the box because they're not really secured in there, and so it can get bent. So if you're really picky about stuff like that, you're not going to be able to really tell when you buy your doll if it's going to be crushed or not. The certificate, I mean. So that's a bit of a downside. But, I mean, I suppose I could try to flatten it out, but it always makes me upset when I spend a lot of money on things like this and then it's creased or there's something wrong with it. The inside of her coffin says Lagoona Blue, and it has a little pocket in it, which has her diary that I pulled out. And I was going to read a little bit of it, because I always do, and I think that their diaries are just so cute. It makes me so happy that every doll of the Haunt Couture came with these, because it just reminds me of the old style dolls that used to come with them every time you bought one. The front says, "This diary belongs to Lagoona Blue. Hey mate, I know this is lost, but could you return it when you're done? Thanks. Lagoona Blue, age 15, monster parent, the sea monster. I mostly like to creep out in my baggies, tank top, and floppies. That way I'm ready for any kind of a scary good time, whether it's surfing, screech volleyball, or checking out the bras with my girls. But I also love to show up to parties in my scary cute little black dress, just to show everybody I can pull off the look. My skin tends to dry out if I spend too much time out of the water, so I go through a fright of moisturizer. Chlorine from the Monster High pool also has a tendency to turn my blonde hair blue, but it's a creeperific look, don't you think? You know, something that I'm noticing as I read this is the front page is pretty much exactly the same as the printing from the Creeproduction diary that I read for that Lagoona doll. And I found that kind of interesting because this Haunt Couture line is supposed to be like their alumni now, they're out of Monster High, but it kind of seems like they just lazily reprinted the first page. They even say that her age is 15, even though they were saying in the Haunt Couture that they're supposed to be older than that now, and that they're supposed to be graduated from Monster High. Now on the inside it has a little bit of different writing in it. Crikey, it feels like it's been ages since I wrote in my diary. Between fanging out with my fave monsters, prepping for the upcoming swim meet, or studying for yet another exam, I haven't had time to write it all down. I have not been surfing either. The waves are so small. It's just been these little ankle snapper waves every time I go to the beach. There's gotta be some good waves coming soon. And she goes on to talk more about school and stuff, which again I think is really interesting that it seems like they're just talking about her still being at Monster High, but then they like marketed these as if they were adults now. So it's like, Are they in Monster High College? And if so, how come I'm not getting a show about that? I really like the way this doll looks, but something kind of dark that I noticed is her pre-production doll, as we all know, and like, which is the original doll. She's got that fish bowl with Neptuna in it. Well, this time she's got a purse with the skeleton of a fish in it. Did Neptuna die and she just carries around Neptuna's corpse in her bag? Like, I don't know, it kind of seems a little dark, doesn't it? And also, I wanted to mention that so far, even though I haven't taken her fully out of the box yet, I do think she looks really pretty. I love this little coral-ish crown thing she's got going on. I do think that she has, like, I know this might sound weird, but like too many clothes on, if that makes sense. I feel like if they were going to do a really long dress, then they should have either skipped the jacket, or if they were going to do a jacket look, maybe done like less long of a dress, or maybe more like a two-piece dress to kind of balance it out, because it kind of seems a little bit too full. The reason I say that is because a lot of times for Lagoona Blue, almost all of her outfits are kind of based around her going swimming, because that's a huge part of her character. And it seems like for this one, they really went with that fish theme of like having a mermaid dress and stuff like that, but they didn't really think about the fact that she would go swimming and stuff like that, and it just kind of seems odd for her character to not be showing more of her skin and her scales like she usually does, because that's just a part of what she does. So I didn't mention it, but I found out why I thought her belt was so ugly at first, and it's because it got completely turned around in the box. It was completely the opposite way. And I was like, that is really big and bulky and weird. Why is it like that? It's because it's supposed to be like this. She had it backwards, and that's kind of silly, but it's really cute when you have it the correct way around, because it's got like a little shell on it. I actually really like this sort of biker moto jacket. However, it makes me really annoyed whenever they put a stupid piece of plastic around dolls' arms or body when they have their clothes on, because I don't know, it just annoys me, and it always like sticks out past the clothes. So I took her jacket off to take the stupid pieces of plastic off of her arms so she actually looked normal, and then put her jacket back on. And I think she looks really cute with it. I do kind of think though that, you know, she could have either like skipped the socks, or like they could have made the dress a little bit shorter, or maybe like made the jacket a little bit different, because it kind of seems like a lot of people online that I saw were saying that this was their least favorite look for Haunt Couture, and a lot of people didn't even want to buy her because she just kind of had this dress on, which I agree is a little bit gaudy. I don't think that it's ugly. I like it a lot, and I think she's beautiful. I think it looks better without the jacket though, and I will show some little spin arounds of her without the jacket and with the jacket. I wanted to know what you guys thought, if you think that it looks better with the jacket or without. I personally think she looks better without, and I was also considering taking off her socks or maybe pushing them down a little bit, but I do think that it's really cool that they made her look, you know, kind of, I guess, princessy in a way, like kind of like a princess of the sea for her Haunt Couture doll. And I really like the hairstyle they gave her with this side ponytail and these braids and her bangs, and I really like this tiara that's kind of like coral or a shell or something. It's really pretty. I think she absolutely looks gorgeous. Something that I didn't mention with all of my dolls before that have come in the Haunt Couture line is I actually kind of think that a lot of times their earrings look like they're cheaper plastic than the rest of them, because it's just kind of noticeable to see them not have a whole lot of detail and just be all one color and just kind of be plasticky when everything else is so detailed. I mean, even the shoes have a lot of detail. They're like this sparkly sort of shimmery plastic, and they've got tentacles and stuff, and it's really cool. And then her earrings are just seashells. And I just kind of think that they could have put a little bit more effort into certain things. I also really like her body and her face molds. They look just like they did in G1, in my opinion. The fins are pretty much the same, except they are held tightly onto her leg a little bit better. And her face looks pretty much the same, except she's got longer eyelashes, and I think probably a more glamorous makeup style. And I kind of think her nose might be a little bit tinier, but I'd have to compare her to the other dolls to make sure of that. Though I do think she looks really pretty and beautiful. I love her fish eyes. I've always loved the green and how they stick out a little bit. she's just so beautiful. I've always really loved this doll in particular. And I'm really happy to have the Haunt Couture version of her because I think she looks really good. Overall, I really like this doll a lot. I think she's probably my least favorite Haunt Couture just because I would have done some different stuff with her outfit and I would have made the outfit easier for her to be posed in. Her arms don't really get to move much in this jacket and her legs certainly don't get to move much in this skirt. It's very limited pose and movement, whereas all of the other dolls have full range of body. And I guess I would have done something a little bit more like what they did with Frankie, where they had, you know, an intricate outfit going on, but you could still see her legs and they gave her like really cool boots. I would have done something a little bit more like that, or maybe like an intricate swimsuit for her since she's supposed to be, you know, oceanic. I think so far my favorite Haunt Couture doll has actually been Cleo. I love the gold that they have all over her. I love her jumpsuit. Well, I guess it's not really a jumpsuit. It's like a tank top-ish type thing with joggers and like a cute little jacket thing. It's hard to explain. I guess I don't really know the fashion terms of it, but I think it's a really cute outfit and I absolutely love it. And I think it was really good homage to who she is as a character and how royal she truly is. And I think the same thing about Frankie's outfit is how it's a really good homage to who she is and it really shows her personality. And with this Lagoona doll, I feel like they didn't bring out her personality with this outfit. I feel like they just threw a bunch of clothes on her and told her, okay, now try to make it look fabulous. And, like, she always is beautiful. You know, she can always make it work, but I think they could have made it a little bit better. So, she is my least favorite, but I'm still really happy to have her. I'm going to be putting her on my shelf with the rest of them. And I'm going to do And I'm going to be reviewing the rest of the Haunt Couture dolls. I already have had them for a while. I got them when they came out, but I thought that it might be fun to still review them on my channel anyway, just to kind of round out all these videos, because I think it's just really cool and I love talking about Monster High dolls. So I hope you guys like this video and subscribe and comment what you think about the doll in the comments. Another one thing that I'm not really a big fan of is her hair is so heavy that it kind of pulls her head back, which is a little bit of a shame because I don't think any of the other Haunt Couture dolls did that at all. So I kind of think this one was the most rushed and the least high quality out of all of them, though I still really like her. So I'll see you guys all in the next video. I hope you really liked this. I hope you all check out my awesome website in the description called enchantedglamour.com. I have some really cool stuff I make on there. I make jewelry, I make resin pieces, I make a lot of really unique things. I actually am wearing one of my jewelry pieces right now. This is a real freshwater pearl. It's got like a doll hair stuck to it. This is a real freshwater pearl, very Lagoona-like. And it's a part of my Martha collection that I made because I was very inspired at the time by some fictional characters that I really like. And I have way more collections and way more awesome jewelry on my site that I'd love for you guys to check out. So I hope you all come back and see me in the next video and check that out. See ya! Bye!